What's going on, people? What's going on? What's going on? We're back. I ain't gonna take too much of you lot's time. I just feel like with the title in itself, being a Ugandan, I just think it's only right that I use my platform to express my distaste for what's actually going on in my country at the moment. Um, First of all, my prayers go out to the two artists that are currently that are currently being detained in Uganda. Um, my prayers go out to them. You know, Thames prayers goes out to both of them anyway. Um, brief history, brief. I've done some research on it, and it really doesn't like make any sense. So, two Nigerian artists have gone to Uganda to perform, but obviously there's some COVID sanctions, and with those COVID sanctions, they weren't supposed to perform. But what's really interesting is that obviously the my understanding is that the promoters were Ugandan, and if they knew these sanctions were there, they should never have, hired them to come over to Uganda to perform. Now, obviously, I don't know, the government and the police have taken it upon themselves to arrest these innocent individuals, and it's really not fair. Like in a nutshell, there's nothing positive. I'm really at this moment in time very ashamed with the government from where my where I come from. Um, so I'm going to be doing a hashtag for them as well. Um, I'm going to communicate with some people on the ground to kind of see what's going on out there. But in all honesty, man, I wasn't raised there, but I'm quite aware of the politics that happens out there, and I just think the current leader at the moment, needs to go. There's already struggle with him and someone that wants to take over called Bobby Wine, who for most of it, people believe that he's the right person for the country to take the country forward. I mean, there's no reason why in God's green earth, right, that these two artists should be detained. Yeah, like free Thames and free OmahLay. There's no reason why they should be detained. They've gone to perform in a country where they were booked. They were booked to go to Uganda to perform. They performed and then they was arrested for not following the guidelines. Um, that's not their fault at all. It's up to the booking agent. The booking agent should have got arrested and maybe a fine. But to arrest these two people who have gone to work, they didn't come to terrorize the country. They did not go to that country to spread COVID in no shape or form. They went there to perform. And these two Nigerian artists now are being detained. Thames has refused to eat for the last 2 days. Burna Boy, Wizkid, everybody wants them out. And so right, so and people and myself, I want them out, amongst many other Ugandan artists, entertainers, politicians that don't have a say like myself to get them out of the incarceration. It doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense at all. At this moment in time, Uganda, we are embarrassing ourselves so much. This president needs to go. We're just totally embarrassing ourselves. First things first. First of all, we're all one African country as a whole. So, if somebody's violated a COVID rule, arresting them, I feel like is an exaggeration considering the circumstances. It's not like they traveled from Nigeria to Uganda and thought, yeah, forget this, we're just gonna perform and violate the laws of the country or the land. They didn't do that, not by a long shot. They were invited to the country, and unfortunately, they've been arrested. So, guys, check out this story. It's a very disturbing story, and I just felt that being Ugandan, it was just really important for me to also share this platform. Even though I probably don't get loads of viewers and whatnot, but that's not the point. I just wanted to share this disturbing story about two artists that went to Uganda to perform, and unfortunately, they've been arrested and detained. In my opinion, it's unlawful. Just give them a fine. Give them a fine, and then maybe ban them from coming back to the country. But to detain them and put them in prison for when they were booked, it's left a real distasteful taste in my mouth. I hope this doesn't, and Nigerians have been going to Uganda for many years to perform, and from what I see, because I don't live there, everybody loves it. No one is opposed, and I'm sure Ugandans have also gone over to Nigeria to perform. And I just can't fathom why these two individuals have been detained when they didn't wake up in the morning and say they're going to disrespect the law that was put into place. They didn't do that. They didn't do that in the slightest. They've been booked, and they've been booked, so they've gone to the country where they were booked, to perform, to make money. It's not their responsibility, in my opinion, for them to actually know the law of Uganda, because they're first of all they're not from there. Yes, they could have been a bit more diligent on it, but that's not the point. They were booked by somebody in Uganda saying it's okay to come and perform in Uganda. So for me, the booking agent should be the one getting the brunt of this. And if he's Ugandan, then so be it. I'm assuming he has to be, you know. And also, if they were booked, I'm sure the Minister of Music and Arts and Creativity would have known that there was a booking going on. How has this gone under the radar, but yet we're so quick to arrest? So quick to arrest for no reason. So I just want to send my thoughts and prayers out to everybody in Nigeria, who's having to witness what's happening to their people in my country. I really, really, really am sorry for what this president has decided to do. It makes no sense. These guys were paid, and clearly the laws and the organization and structure in this country once again has shown that it's not working. Bobby Wine hopefully Bobby Wine can get into office and make some change for the people. He's a front runner. The people in Uganda want him to be there as president. Museveni has to go. I mean, I haven't lived in the country, but from speaking to my parents, my grandparents, um, and people from who are there on the ground every day, they're not happy with him being there anyway. And this should really just be the nail in the coffin, for him to just be uprooted out of power, because this is wrong. There's nothing right about this at all. There's nothing right about these two artists being arrested for going to Uganda to perform. There's nothing at all. There's no reason for them to be in that situation at all. And I'll just like to just send my prayers out to them. Hopefully, they'll be out as soon as possible. If there's other organizations out there that I can be a part of to help with their release, let me know. I will be a part of it. I'm also from Uganda, born in England, but my parents are Ugandan, and I don't agree with this at all. This ain't good for business. This ain't good for relationship building. And considering all the work the diaspora has been doing over the last 10 years to even work more and more and more in conjunction with each other, this should not have got to this level where it's like, oh, you're performing in our country, yeah, bang, we're arresting you. Like, where was the questioning? Where was the understanding? And where was the logic to think, well, if they're from Nigeria and they've come to Uganda to perform and they've been paid by somebody in Uganda for them to perform, why have they been arrested? Why are they still in prison? It's wrong. And I just thought that I would share this on my platform for anybody who comes across it, and to let everybody in Nigeria know that my prayers are with you. And also my prayers are with you to everybody in Uganda who is against, these two artists being detained, and obviously this experience that they're having in this country. I hope this doesn't deter people from going to Uganda. I've been to Uganda myself. It's a beautiful country. It's a beautiful place. The people are beautiful. Like in every place, you have some idiots in your country, and unfortunately, at the moment, the president that's there, that's allowing all of these things to happen, is just an idiot, straight up and down, straight up idiot. That's it from me, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and yeah, man, peace.